La da 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 day, you're not breaking me.
Hello you boss babes, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in today for another video. So today is going to be me doing my morning skincare routine. I'm going to be shaving my face and we're just gonna chat. Now it's actually like afternoon time, but this is when I'm getting to my morning skincare routine and that's okay. That's okay. So yeah, the last video I posted, it was just a day in my life in Miami, but after that week I had midterms, I had finals, I had my birthday, I went to LA for Shani's wedding, which was beautiful, and then my family came to Miami for my graduation, which was just the most phenomenal week ever. I went to the IECSC conference in Florida. I went to the Tipsy Music Festival to see Burna Boy. I went to a Dermagem training conference, which was just amazing. I met so many amazing estheticians and influencers like Glam by Leah Lee. I just had an amazing time. So I've been home for about 6 weeks now, maybe more. I think it's about 2 months now, 2 months. And the process has just been getting everything set up so I can finally open complexions this Thursday. Today's Sunday, the 27th, I think, of November. And Thursday is the 1st of December, and I'll be opening finally. So it's been a crazy few weeks. And last week in particular, I had a few chocolates and I'm PMSing and I'm kind of like a little bit anxious about opening, so my skin broke out. Like I have some like pustules or papules on my forehead and some big ones on the sides of my face, and I also broke out into this rash on my neck and my chest, like of all places where that's visible. It couldn't come somewhere else. It had to come on my neck and my chest. But anyways, I got a cream from my doctor, didn't work, and what helped was coconut oil, which is amazing. So it stopped itching and it's been clearing out slowly but surely. So I just hope it doesn't leave dark marks on my chest, but that's fine, we'll take care of it. Let's get into the skincare routine and let's start chatting. Sorry about the back of my mirror. I used it to out a candle and I stained it. I burnt it. So yeah, let's start with a cleanse. I'm using lukewarm water on my face and I'm going in with the Skin Script Raspberry Refining Cleanser. This cleanser has glycolic acid, salicylic acid, and tea tree, not to mention raspberry extracts, which is going to be great to gently exfoliate the skin. It's going to be great for preventing further breakouts and just overall gently cleansing without stripping the skin. And not to mention, it smells amazing. I'm going to be using this in my back bar and it's going to be available for retail as well at Complexions. Skin Script is a medical grade, professional use only brand. You won't be able to purchase it if you're not a skincare professional or a dermatologist. So that's what I'm using to cleanse. And let's chat. So my last couple of weeks in Miami was just amazingly phenomenal. It was mostly just me prepping for exams because I had my midterm and my final exam like a week apart. And in between that week, like right after my midterms, I flew to LA for Shani's wedding. I stayed there just for I think 2 nights. And it was such a beautiful way. Oh, if I jump, I got 100% on my midterm. Like what? I think it was 100 questions, but I really studied my butt off. Like the entire time I was in Miami, I think I only socialized a couple of times, but I spent most of my time studying because I wanted to do my best and I didn't have energy to do anything else. I just focused on school and that was that. So I got 100% in my midterm and then flew to LA for the wedding. It was a 5-hour flight, and the entire flight I was studying. I tried to sleep, but I didn't really sleep that much. So I studied, got there, and it was just beautiful. It was beautiful. It was my first time in California. I didn't do any sightseeing because I was exhausted, but it was a nice trip, and the wedding itself was really beautiful. So let's rinse off the cleanser. So when I got back to Miami, it was the same week, the same Sunday that House of the Dragon aired. I was so excited. That show was amazing. If you haven't watched it, what really are you waiting for? Okay, so the face is clean. I usually only do one cleanse in the morning, and I just showered and washed my hair. So the face is now clean, and we're going to move on to the face shaving step. It's not dermaplaning. It's just face shaving because I want to do laser this week on my face. It's been the last time I got laser done, I was still a student. So I'm due. My final exam was 200 questions, which is wild. And it's all multiple choice and it's all online. And I think I got 94, which I was very proud of, extremely proud of. I'm going in with this Bakuchiol oil blend for oily skin. This is from Good Molecules, and it's specifically formulated for oily skin, so it's not comedogenic and it won't clog my pores. That's what non-comedogenic means. But I'm just putting it on my face to give some slip for the shaving. So after that, we really zeroed in on planning for graduation, and the school had an amazing ceremony. It wasn't just a graduation ceremony, it was also an expo, and they had these amazing gifts for all of the students. We got samples, we got this Farmer Proud shirt, we got a t-shirt saying Licensed Beauty Professional. We got to meet with amazing professional grade brands that sold different products, equipment. Like the graduation in itself was just really amazing. I'm gonna start on my neck, always going in at an angle. And it was just great to share that moment with my family and friends from school. Like, the school just did a phenomenal job planning the graduation and organizing all of these incredible discounts for students. That was the best idea, and it just felt so good to finish and accomplish my passion. It was an extremely rewarding, very rewarding experience. So there was that. So we can talk about complexions. Complexions has been my baby like since I left UE in 2020 or the beginning of 2021. I don't remember. But I started like looking for names because I knew eventually I was going to open my own practice. I didn't know how it would happen. I didn't know when, but I knew that was the goal. So as soon as I like left UE, I started thinking about names, and I came up with complexions. Why am I saying we? Me and my brain, that's the we. But anyways, yeah. Because the goal was to create a space that was inclusive of every skin tone, any gender. Everyone is welcomed, and there's a space, a treatment for everyone. And it was important for me to make sure that it was inclusive of people who looked like me, because every time I was going, I mean, you guys know this, I've been struggling with acne since I was like 12 years old. And every time I went to get a treatment somewhere, I just felt like I never felt comfortable or welcome, because all the ads had these like white women, blonde hair, blue-eyed women, and it's like, where's the inclusivity? Or light-skinned people, where's the inclusivity? Is this space where I belong? Like, am I comfortable trusting these people with my skin? And I'm not saying like they don't have the best treatments, they do, but when I go to a place where they'll be working on something that has me the most insecure, I want to feel like I'm understood, my concerns are understood, and I just want to be safe. So that's why complexions was super important. And if you go on the website, you will see that all skin tones are represented, all ethnicities are represented, because everyone needs to feel like when they're dealing or treating something they're insecure about, the space is a safe space. So that was the goal of complexions. Finally, on Friday, when all of my supplies and equipment and products came in, I was just so happy, and it just felt like all the hard work was being rewarded. And not to mention, the space in itself is so beautiful and so welcoming. Like, clients are going to feel so just relaxed when they enter the space, and that was the goal. So it was very important for me coming back home, because I haven't lived in the same place for more than a few months for the past maybe 4 years. Even before that, I feel like since I was in school at Spartan, I was living in two places. I was living in Vivot and I was living here. So since 2012, I would say. And I never felt grounded anywhere. So coming back home and starting this incredible venture, I mean, y'all, look at this before I continue. Can you see it? Can you see? Can you see? It's so satisfying. Starting this venture, moving back home as an adult, it was so important for me to start creating habits and grounding, like healthy lifestyle habits, and grounding myself. So setting my hours for complexions was really important, because I wanted to have time. Entrepreneurship in itself can get extremely stressful. Like, it's inevitable, and the anxiety and the stress and everything. So it was important for me to make sure that I take time to take care of myself, whether it be lifestyle, health, everything like that. And I knew moving forward that would be important. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. Oh my god. So having set hours for business was crucial for me. And before that time, I don't think about it, and after that time, I don't think about it. I mean, really, that's not feasible, because you're constantly thinking about your business, but really making space to just take care of myself was important for me. And it took a while to start really implementing these habits into my lifestyle, but one by one, slowly but surely, they're happening. And can we also talk about the imposter syndrome? When I was coming back home, I had this constant nagging feeling that I wasn't ready. I'm not ready. And it couldn't be further from the truth, because I'm qualified, I'm good at what I do. Why would I think that I'm not ready? Oh, let me show you guys what I have so far. I quickly had to affirm myself, remind myself that this is my passion, this is what I'm meant to do. And literally, since I made the switch over to aesthetics, everything literally just fell into place. Of course, obviously, life has road bumps and, personal things get in the way and life gets in the way. But when it came to complexions and the process to get everything ready, literally everything fell into place. So that in itself was a sign for me that this is where I'm meant to be. This is what I'm meant to be doing, So, it didn't last very long, but it was there. And it's important to really remind yourself and, stop these intrusive thoughts from consuming your brain. And it helps, it works. So there was that. And another thing too was really taking time to really understand what I wanted out of life and have some goals, both short-term and long-term, for business and personal life. And it was really easy to implement these goals into my life when I wasn't very social or anything like that. But when you start socializing again and you really, you're put to the test, that's where the real test is of, saying to yourself, this short-term satisfaction isn't going to do me well in the long run, or this friendship or relationship isn't serving me, and later on in life, this is not where I want my life to be. And I'm not saying you cut everybody off, but certain people you just have to. You have to reach a point where you're like, this isn't serving me. Like, the time I spend conversing with this person or whatever, it's not what I need. It's not benefiting me, and I don't feel my best after this interaction. So why am I still here? What am I still doing? And honestly, reminding myself that I'm worthy of everything I desire was a great help to cut off these toxic relationships. And what else is there to say in that regard? I think I got everything. Okay, pause. I'm going to wash my face again to get that oil off. I'm going to go in with a green tea citrus cleanser from SkinScript. This one will only be for back bar use. You don't want to go in with any actives after an exfoliation like that, because you don't want to irritate the skin. So this cleanser is gentle. It has green tea in it, which is soothing, and citrus extracts, which will revitalize the skin. We just want to get that oil off so that whatever we put in afterwards will penetrate the skin and give me a healthy, lovely glow. So I'm now going to go in with the Cucumber Hydrating Toner. This is going to soothe the skin even further. It has hot water and hyaluronic acid, so it's going to help whatever I put on top really absorb into the skin and hydrate the skin. The goji berry yogurt mask from SkinScript. This is going to really soothe the skin even more. You see the theme here, we're trying to soothe and hydrate the skin after the dermaplaning. Shaving. Jesus Christ, why I keep saying dermaplane? So, one of the biggest lessons I learned this year was gratitude and just focusing on that. I mean, yes, it's important to reflect on everything, but just really focusing on how blessed I am and fortunate, because how many estheticians could say that their dad renovated a space for them and gave them everything they needed way ahead of their 5-year plan? Like, how many estheticians can say that? Not a lot. And I don't know, I'm so lucky and I'm thankful for that. I'm so thankful for that. I put too much. This is why it's good to do treatments on yourself, so you know how much product to use on clients. I put way too much. Okay. Typically I'll bring this down to my neck, but because of that rash, I'm not going to do that. But yeah, this year I really had to focus on my blessings and focus on loving myself through everything, through the flaws, through the mistakes, through the heartbreak, through everything. And really telling myself, sometimes oh yeah, the lesson was, even though you really, 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 really want something, sometimes you can will something. Okay, let's be specific. You can will someone to come back in your life just because you want it so bad. And then when they finally do, you realize that's not what you need. And it's hard because, you want the person to be everything they promised and everything they said they would and everything you want, but they're just not. And when you really focus on the reality of the situation, you realize how impractical it is, and then you just have to let it go. The letting go is the hardest part, but sometimes you just know it's in your best interest, and that it's a really difficult process, and it's a very difficult realization. I hope y'all can take me seriously with this mask on, but I know what I'm talking about. But it's so worth it, because even though, yeah, you take time to really mourn that friendship or whatever, you made the right decision, because your life just exponentially gets better and you feel better. And when you really start taking care of yourself and reflecting and planning and spending time in nature and just doing the things you enjoy doing on your own, you find this unmatched peace. But I'm just thankful, man. I'm so thankful. And right now I'm just not just focusing on work, but focusing on creating just a well-balanced life and just watching my dreams unfold, creating new dreams and imagining and just living a happy life that I love, But every single product that I buy or purchased, I make sure that I try it so I can tell the client what to expect with that product, either during the treatment or if they're interested in purchasing it for home care. I really want to step up my makeup game. The girlies love the lashes. I want to get into lashes. I haven't decided if I want to do lash extensions or just finally learn how to apply lash bands, but I'll see. Going in with hyaluronic acid. Ooh, my face feels so smooth and soft. Oh my goodness. And then I'm going in with vitamin C. And now I'm going in with the Skin Script Sheer Protection SPF, which will be available for retail at Complexions. What I love about this sunscreen is it's a physical sunscreen, but it doesn't give you that white cast. And it also doubles as a moisturizer. Like, how amazing is that? How amazing is that? I'll just do the back of the hands. Thank you so much for tuning in for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the Complexions website to book your appointments. If you don't know what to do, just book a consultation and you'll come in, we'll chat and discuss all of your skincare goals. Thank you so much again, and I will see you in the next video. Hopefully it won't take three months. Hopefully. Bye guys. Bye.